So first of all, the world is evolving. There are more challenges than before. And ICA has to keep in terms of making those changes and reacting to those changes that they can now address the concerns of member states. As I outlined just now, that the strategic focus of ICA is to evolve into an organization that will address the challenges being faced. And what are the challenges? Climate change. Climate change is real. We have where the proportion of the sectors are not being divided equally. And when I said that, there are countries that need more help than other countries. And we'll have to ensure, ICA will have to ensure that they spread the resources equally among member states so that countries, the 34 countries that make up ICA, will have equal opportunities and equal access to resources. Also, digital agriculture is important, and ICA has to ensure that countries now go than more than ever, that all 34 countries in the Americas work toward digital agriculture and also focus on the vulnerability and the groups that are very vulnerable in these countries, youth and women. Those are very important target group. So generally, the focus of ICA is will have to transform themselves into an organization to address the present concern or the present concern of the Americas. That is climate change, work towards climate change, ensure that we address the concerns of member states. For example, in the Caribbean, within hours, the entire agriculture sector in the Caribbean could be destroyed with serious climate change risks, floods, hurricane, and earthquakes. Those are things that affect us severely. So ICA will have to transform itself to be more responsive to work with these small island states to ensure that they become resilient to address those concerns that I highlighted just now. Well, right now in Guyana, there are a number of opportunities, and we are working very closely with ICA to harness and to bring those opportunities to the country's development. Right now, as I am speaking, we are coordinating with ICA to build a situation room, a data center, where that will help not only Guyana, but the Caribbean to know what will happen in the future in terms of weather forecasts, in terms of data collection. We are working with ICA to build a center of excellence to enhance the Guyana School of Agriculture so that we can train more personnel not only in Guyana but around the Caribbean. And what we are doing, we are going into new crops, things like corn and soya, high value crops, where ICA expertise will be important. So the cooperation with Guyana and ICA will be more than ever before, because right now, as I'm speaking here, we are working very closely with ICA to help us to move to these areas to enhance production, to increase production, but at the same time to diversify our agriculture sector. And I think that the new Director General possesses those skills to help move the organization forward. So the new Director General, as I said earlier, will have to focus his energy to ensure that the resources of ICA is being spread equally in the Americas and the Caribbean. As I just said, that the vulnerability in the Caribbean is more than ever before. There are small countries, small island states, that their agriculture sector is very vulnerable to climate change. And those are the challenge that will face the new Director General. I think he possesses the skills. He was a person that came through the ranks. When I mean came through the ranks, he worked in different countries. He worked in different sectors in ICA. And I think that as Director General, he's now taking over the helms of ICA with a lot of experience, tons of experience. And I think he will use those experience successfully to help member states to overcome the challenges that they face. So right now, I'm saying that Dr. Mohammed Ibrahim, he has possessed the qualities, the expertise, and the experiences that can push ICA to help other member states, the 34 member states in the Americas and the Caribbean.